about Missouri's defense that jumped out at you, the defensive line or anything like that?
I'll tell you what. I really feel like they're even watching kind of bad. We played them early last season, obviously. Kind of watching it as their season went. I thought they were very good defensively when we played them, and I thought they were playing better and better as the season went, and got good length. I think they run well across the board, and I think they're going to be aggressive, and I think they're a really good unit.
Averaging 45 and almost 45 points, almost 500 yards total offense. Just how good do you feel like the offense is clicking?
It's right now. I think it's more of, again, just trying to keep pushing ourselves forward, and while we've been able to do some good things and have good production, there's been things we've left out there, and this group, I think, is still coming together. And that's the exciting part, and that's what this game is all about too. Is constantly getting better, getting continued more continuity with our receivers, our quarterback. Across the board. Even though we've got a lot of experience, there's still some new pieces too that we're working together, but proud of them. We've made some good steps. To be able to have that production and still have things to work on is a good thing.
Are you at a spot where you feel like you can stretch out Keegan Johnson even more in terms of a snap load?
We're hoping so. He's had a good week. Was really thought he turned the corner last week. We were hoping that held, and it did, and I was able to go in, and when he got out there, made some big plays for us. That third down in the red zone was huge, and almost got us in the end zone, so hope that continues for sure.
Whenever you get Christian back at right tackle, would the ideal plan be to stop moving people around on the O-line, or would that still be something you'd look at from time to time?
It'll probably be a little week-to-week deal. I think again, it's been a good thing we've been able to get as many guys, snaps, thus far. I would imagine it would probably, things will level out as we continue to go. But then a little bit of that too is just keeping guys fresh and managing their load as we get through the entirety of the season. So we kind of probably week to week, I'd imagine.
Was there an advantage probably when you look at the rest of the season, Detroit taking away Ben Sinnott and forcing you to look at other options?
It's good. They did a great job. Obviously it was clear that they knew where he was, most of the time, which is not a bad thing, and credit to him, and something we'll definitely calculate moving forward.
What's made Jaden such a good guy to target early in these games?
He's it's been really fun to watch him again. Even the last 8 months, last year, really settle in and work at his craft, and he's transitioned his body. Really done a nice job of working at the offense, knowing where he's supposed to be. He's got great natural gifts. He can run really fast and be very relaxed. He can be at his top speed, and it doesn't look like he's hardly even laboring, And so he's got separation speed, and then he's attacked the football, and that showed up in camp, and it showed up even in 2 games of, that ball's in the air. He ain't afraid to be physical and track it down. So he's earned, and worked for all the plays that he's made, and I think that'll continue.
Were you hiding him from us in the preseason, or how did he just come out of nowhere?
No, he had a good camp and really knew he was good. We kind of had a pretty good idea of what RJ was, what Phil was, obviously. The outliers of who we were trying to figure out he was one of them, and Keegan was another one, and had 2 or 3 guys in that mix as well, trying to see how that rotation was going to be and how it was going to go, and knew he had worked himself into being that 3rd, 4th-ish guy, based on inside, outside, all that type stuff, and then with obviously Keegan getting a little dinged up, and your number gets called, and then all of a sudden it's the first touchdown of the year, and he answered the bell, and so knew he could do it, and obviously to his credit took advantage when he got an opportunity.
What's the plan on the offensive line?
What's that? Probably not looking like that, but we'll probably carry on as we have, and kind of see where it goes.
Why was the QB run game such a good play for you last week?
QB run game. How so? Oh,
You got Howard open for some good runs. He was effective at the goal line. Why was that a good option for you against Troy?
Yeah, well, it was kind of a little bit just situationally. We had a couple of those plays, even the one on second and forever was intentionally, initially planned to get the ball outside on the edge, but then in that pass rush kind of 2-minute situation, they're playing wide. 9 techniques with those defensive ends trying to tee off on you. It's going to be a keep, in the middle soft, trying to just get you into something manageable. Knew it would get us. It would be a keep, and he'd carry it, even though it was a read. And then, it's down in those goal line, short yardage, red zone situations. Good defensive teams do a really good job of hiding numbers, getting angles, and if you don't have that extra hat, it puts strain on you at times, and there's chances where you can walk in the end zone, and when that's it's hard to do against good defense, and Troy was a good defense. So there were good opportunities for it, and when you got to have it, you got to have it.
Heard a lot about 4-on-4 at the end of Saturday. Is that an added kind of aggressive mindset for a coaching staff as well as the players?
Absolutely. And those, as you really look at it, trying to manage those possessions, regardless of if you get it first or not, just kind of how that first half as it starts to come to a close, and how those possessions end up falling, and then that first part of the second half. There's a chance, and it happened to us a couple times last year where they get 3 possessions to your 1 basically, and if they score 3 times and you don't score, that's a backbreaker, and that happened to us a couple times. And so just our guys being aware of it, and like I said, some of that you can't control. They might be you might get that ratio, but if you do, you got to make sure you do something with it when you get it, and you bow up if you're on defense. So I think it's been a good mindset and a good mentality for us, and those are big transitional times, for your football team.
Was there any conversation with Klein going into that final drive before halftime, or was it, let's score, boys?
No, we kind of said 1 first down. Let's see if we get 1 first down. I think we got it on the first play, so it kind of got us a little bit out of the hole. Then we kind of gave some of it back, on the first down on the second play. But again, we had, I know Coach does, and I do. We have great faith and belief in our guys and an experienced quarterback. And, you got to be careful. We were trying to be wise, obviously, with some of those calls, a screen, a QB run, and some different things. But, at the end of the day, guys made plays, and it made a difference getting that momentum back.